I want to talk about one of my favorite movies, the 1988 remake of The Blob. The original was made in 1958 and starred young Steve McQueen, but this version has a lot more violent and of course has some amazing 1980s special effects. Even though the movie has some very violent scenes with the blob eating and melting people, it still feels so fun to watch because it's 80s charm. The Blob was directed by Chuck Russell, who also directed A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3 and The Mask. It is about a mysterious creature invading a small town and swallowing everything in its path. The Blob is very powerful and seems unstoppable. I definitely don't want to, ever, cross paths with it. The practical effects are some of the biggest strengths. People don't just get eaten, they melt, collapse, and dissolve on the screen. Even compared to the new movies, the violence in The Blob is very startling. And it has very surprising moment near the beginning in the movie that I won't spoil. Compared to the tone of 1958 original, this remake is much nastier and The Blob is much meaner. The story begins when a meteor crashes outside a quiet tiny town. Inside the meteor is a blob-like organism that grows larger and larger every time it consumes a human. The plot involves some teenagers and townsfolk who discover the blob. And of course at a certain point military gets involved, which is the case in most monster movies. This movie is the perfect example of body horror, like The Fly, The Thing, Invasion of Body Snatchers, and Hellraiser. The blob doesn't just swallow people whole. The moment it touches your skin, your body begins melt and deform. It is truly amazing to watch these special effects. The special effect team should win an Oscar for their work. The blob spreads very quietly, which makes it so scary. You don't know it is coming because it's soundless. And because it is a blob, which look like jelly, it can become very small and slip into a very small space like sink drains. Nowhere is safe from the blob. The 1988 version has so many scenes where you feel trapped. There's a creepy feeling that no matter where you try to run or hide, the blob will find you. Without spoiling anything, the movie deals with things like distrusting authority. It makes you question what you're told, and it makes you want to dig deeper to find the truth. I love paranoid movies like this. I like how the hero of the movie is at first shown as a bad kid. You don't think he's going to a main character until a little while into the film. There's a very shocking moment early in the movie that will surprise everyone. After that, the main character played by Kevin Dillon become a hero. He has long hair and style looks so 80s. There's a scene I really like, he's running from the blob on his motorbike. I like movies that have outsider heroes, characters you think bad or losers, but end up being very good people. The late 80s was so amazing for the practical creatures effects, and the blob is the showcase for that craft. The Thing is a great another example, and so is Reanimator, From Beyond, and many others. I cannot imagine these movies being made today, and especially cannot imagine the blob being made. If it was made today, there's no doubt that it would be made with computer special effects. Entire scenes would probably be made by CGI instead of real practical effects. The filmmakers used slime mixtured huge puppets, miniatures, and other creative practical effects to make feel physically present. It feels like it has weight, like you can reach out or touch it. It doesn't feel weightless like CGI does. It looks so real that you wonder how bad it must smell. Or maybe it has no smell at all, which might make it even scarier. You cannot smell or hear it coming for you. The Blob deals with distrust the government and also with the way people interact with others. The hero at first seen as low-life loser. The town doesn't like him. The cops don't like him. His schoolmates don't like him. But he shows that he is a good person who can save the day if he has to. I like how creature doesn't speak and doesn't have eyes or mouth or any sort of human-like features. I like how it appears completely like an alien. It makes it so mysterious and frightening watching it grow larger and larger. There's a scene in the movie, it attacks many people at once in an enclosed space. I don't want to spoil it, so I will just say that is terrifying. The people who made this movie did not shy away from having shocking scenes. I think my favorite scene in the movie is a character enters a telephone booth. I don't know how they filmed that scene, but it is really impressive. If you've seen the movie, you'll know what I mean. I also like how the hero of the film doesn't seem like the main character at first. That was a nice twist in the beginning. I think the movie has so many little things like this that make it very unique and surprising. It isn't just a silly, mindless horror movie. The Blob is smart. In the next video, I'm going to talk about Italian zombies again. I really like Italian horror movies. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like to watch more of my video about horror, please subscribe.